trail is the rocks. Good morning, guys. Just finished about a 1,300 foot climb to start the day. Over about 2 miles. Made it up here to Blood Mountain Shelter. It's kind of cool in here. If you're here at night, you can camp out. There's a couple rooms. It's cold in here though. We're about 4,400 feet up. There's no windows or anything, so there's a lot of wind blowing through here. Doing something a little different today. We stayed at the hostel last night, and it's supposed to rain later today, tomorrow, and then I think a little bit the next day. It's actually kind of wet out there right now too, but we were a little concerned because this mountain, the side we just came up is actually a little rough. It's really rocky, a lot of scrambling. So we didn't want to do that in the wet. We didn't want to risk like slipping or anything like that. So what we did is we left our packs at the hostel, and we're slack packing today. We got like these loaner packs that are just full of snacks and little things that we need for the day. And we're actually going backwards. So we drove north and we hiked up Blood Mountain southbound. We're gonna hike back down Blood Mountain here in just a few minutes. And then we're gonna hike southbound back to Gooch Gap where we got picked up last night. So we still cover all the trail miles. We're just doing this section the opposite way. But that should get us over the more treacherous parts of the trail before the rain starts. And then from Gooch Gap, we'll head back to the hostel. We'll do a night there tonight, wait out the rain just a little bit, and then we'll go back to Neil Gap tomorrow to Mountain Crossing, resupply, and then head north again from there. So it's been kind of nice. I mean, it was like a 1,350 foot climb over about 2 miles. So there were sections that were pretty steep. We were basically climbing up rocks. But it was a lot easier to do with a 3-pound pack instead of my 25-pound pack. And before the rocks really got wet from the rain. So I think it was the right decision. It's just one of those things. You got to take every day at a time out here. You got to figure out what makes sense for that day and go for it. And so that's what we did. But anyway, gonna head back down the mountain now. There's one more decent climb a little bit later, but it's less than half of what we just did. So I don't think it'll be too bad. But about 11 more miles to go for the day. So I'll catch you guys later. Hiking through this section with just a ton of blowdowns from the wind the other day. It's everywhere. Pretty good sized branches are just ripped off the trees and scattered all over the place. I'm pretty happy that we were able to be in shelters, even though it was cold. Getting hit by a limb in a tent would have been way worse. So kind of a silver lining, I suppose, to the pretty rough nights of sleep. But this whole section, there's so much blown down, just literally everywhere for the past probably half mile or so. Just all over the place. It's kind of crazy. Well, the plan to skip the rain today didn't really work, but we at least made it past Blood Mountain before it got too bad. And luckily we're in the hostel again tonight, so I have a chance to get dry and dry my clothes and things, but I have to do a better job of paying attention to the weather, because I'm not always going to have the hostel as an option. But I'd say we're about maybe a little more than halfway through today, making pretty good time. This part of the trail has been pretty cruisy, but the rain's chilly, windy sometimes, but it's also like 52 degrees today, so it's not too bad as long as we keep moving. But it's a little hard to film just because it's so wet. And then I don't know if you can see, I guess you can see pretty good. Even before it started raining, we're basically just hiking in a cloud all day, so everything's just damp. But overall, been a pretty good day, making great time. It's nice not carrying the heavy pack for a little bit. It's despite the weather, it has been kind of a nice morale boost, that's for sure. Hey guys, so I'm back at Above the Clouds Hostel tonight. It's a little dark in my bunk, like my night light on. It's pretty cool. Today was a big day. We did like 14 and a half miles. It was something like almost 3,400 feet of elevation gain. It was a lot. So we ended up doing the whole section today. We were originally going to do it in 2 days, but we did it all today. So needless to say, a little bit sore. But overall, it was nice to get that many miles in. And we got through the more dangerous part without any rain or anything. So I think it was a good, like, strategic decision. Plan for tomorrow is still up in the air. It looks like it's supposed to thunderstorm. And I'm a little concerned that I'm not quite ready for hiking in that. I'm still a little worried that I'm gonna like slip and hurt myself, and with it being so early on, just not sure what I'm gonna do. I could stay here at the hostel again and just hang out and rest all day, or I could just hike in it, and a lot of that I'm not gonna know until tomorrow probably how bad the storm is gonna be, because the weather has been changing pretty regularly out here. So we'll see. For tonight, I'm just gonna rest. Did the leg massager, that was pretty nice. I might go do it again. Stretched out real good, rolled out my legs a little bit. Mostly feeling pretty good. I'm tired, but I don't feel like in pain or anything like that, which is great. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But overall, today was definitely the biggest day. Got a lot of miles in. It feels pretty good. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.